The 2015 Drive DMACK Fiesta Trophy has reached a thrilling climax, with 7 drivers having a mathematical chance to claim this coveted title. After 4 fascinating rounds of competition across Europe, double points on offer at the mixed surface Rally Catalunya ensure a fabulous finale awaits. The final event of the year has seen the Drive DMACK crews travel to the Iberian Peninsula, the coastal resort of Salou, an hour south of Barcelona, the base for this popular Spanish round. 23 stages await in total. Norway's Marius Aasen is the championship leader by 5 points from Max Vatanen, but with a total of 73 up for grabs, including 25 for the leader after Friday's stages. The title race is set to go down to the wire. 7 drivers may have a mathematical opportunity for glory, but it's the top 4 who'll start as favourites to claim the coveted prize of a 7-round 2016 WRC2 campaign.
Well, that will be, of course, really fantastic to win this, and we have put lots of effort, me, my co-pilot, my partners and my family, so that will be a really big reward for all the hard work we have done, so definitely we're going to aim for the win.
Oh, for sure it will mean a lot to take home the championship. It's an amazing prize, and it will mean a lot, but I'm not trying to think about the prize. I'm taking it by a normal rally and trying to think just about my own pace and my own driving, so let's see how it goes on.
With 1 day on gravel and 2 on tarmac, though, the event throws up its own unique challenge.
It is challenging. You have to reset yourself on Friday evening, because you're coming from very fast loose gravel stages to extra smooth, really precise tarmac stages. So you have to be prepared. You almost have to change your notes a little bit. You have to be so much more precise with your distances. But we did it last year. We seemed to cope okay. But I found the tarmac stages a lot more technical than the gravel stages. So we just tried to work a little bit more on the pace notes this year to make sure that transition sort of works better in my head. So.
For me, going back to asphalt, I think it's quite easy because it's natural. The more difficult for me is to get the good rhythm on the gravel and the good pace, and then get back to asphalt should be okay.
After an opening street stage in Barcelona on Thursday evening, we head to the gravel for the first full day. The drivers tackling a loop of 4 stages twice, including the epic mixed surface challenge of Terra Alta at 35.6 kilometres. This is the longest test of the weekend. No service break permitted, with only a tyre change period between loops. And there would be a bruising start to the final event for Mats van den Brand. This terrifying high-speed accident in the opening morning, leaving his Fiesta R2 too badly damaged to continue. Kylian Marius, meanwhile, would make an error which would end the Belgians' hopes of claiming the Drive DMACK Trophy on the very first morning. At the front, though, an action-packed day would see the lead change 5 times, and it had been a promising start for newcomer Brendan Reeves. Although he isn't eligible to score points, the Australian was the fastest driver through stages 1 and 9 and sits in 3rd place in the overnight standing.
Oh, having a lot of fun today. We basically had 4 stages, then the 4 same again. So we planned this morning just to have a look at them, learn the tyres and the car, and then we adapted what we learnt into the last 4 stages, and look, worked well. We won the last stage. That was a bit of a hoot.
Of the championship hopefuls, Welshman Tom Cave set 5 fastest times over the day's 8 gravel tests, but after losing over 40 seconds in stage 3 when caught in the dust of fellow title contender Max Vatanen, Cave would have to settle for 2nd place.
It's been a positive day, like you say. We've had 5 fastest times, and the pace has been good all day. I haven't really sort of made a mistake, so from my perspective, I couldn't really do much more. And yeah, it's still wide open in my opinion. We've got 2 days of tarmac, and 14 stages left.
It was Norway's Marius Aasen, though, who would strengthen his grip on the Drive DMACK title. The championship leader finished the gravel section of Rally Catalunya in top spot, and with the opening day treated like a full rally in this end-of-season spectacular, he collects a total of 27 points.
Yeah, it's been a very good day. It's been things have worked out very good. We have been through all the stages very safely. I've tried to not take any risks today, and things have worked out very good. We have been driving around all the big stones, and yeah, things is very good.
Aasen out front after day 1 by 20.6 seconds from Cave, with the non-scoring Reeves in 3rd, Gus Greensmith a distant 4th. Problems, though, for championship hopefuls Vatanen and Gillian de Marius, who find themselves in 6th and 7th. Aasen then extends his lead in the championship standings, the Norwegian now 21 points ahead of Cave and Vatanen. With de Marius' title hopes now over, it's a 3-horse race over the 2 tarmac days to follow in Spain. At the end of the opening leg, there would be a busy evening ahead for the Drive DMACK service crews. The car's completely rebuilt from a gravel to a tarmac spec for the switch-in surfaces for the remaining 2 days. The second day of Rally Catalunya sees the Drive DMACK crews switch to Spain's fast-flowing tarmac roads, with the championship battle still finely poised. A busy day of 8 stages awaited on Saturday. Pereira, the first full tarmac stage of the event, just 7.5 kilometres for the crews to get dialed into the black stuff. La Figuera at over 26 kilometres was the longest stage of the day, featuring the famous hairpin in the village of El Molar. That would be repeated as stage 14. Poboleda would also be run twice. Lots of classic wide Spanish tarmac roads in those 10 kilometres. The 19.8 kilometres of Capafonts, a new addition to the event. And the day would end with a 2-kilometre burst around the streets of Salou. It all added up to 123 kilometres. Series newcomer Brendan Reeves, meanwhile, had continued his promising run in Catalunya. The third best time in stage 13, the highlight of the day. The Aussie remains in the same position overall.
Yesterday we learned a lot in the gravel stages, and we started the rally with a stage win and we finished yesterday with a stage win. We tried that again this morning. We got second on the first stage, but the rest of the day we dropped back a bit more and we didn't quite find our way with the car trying to set it up to the DMACK tyres. If I can keep improving the stage times and work out a better setup for the tyres, I'll be really happy.
With Max Vatanen too far back to make an impact, the thrilling fight for the title had become a 2-horse race. Tom Cave still in with a shout, claiming a hat-trick of stage wins midway through the day. He's in 2nd place, but running out of stages to catch the rally and championship leader.
It was a struggle, to be honest. The first one this morning, the car started to feel like it was down on power, and then going into the second stage, a lot of it was uphill and something wasn't right. So yeah, we dropped way too much time, which was frustrating. They found the problem in service, thankfully, and we managed to push on the best we could this afternoon with a couple of stage wins. But I said to myself, if we can get through to the end of tomorrow, and I knew myself I can't do any better, then, you know, I'll be happy with that.
So it is Marius Aasen who remains in pole position to claim the coveted Drive DMACK Fiesta Trophy. The Norwegian also with 3 stage wins during the day, a crucial factor with bonus points scored for fastest times, and the championship front runner has increased his hold on the top spot.
Today has been a very good day. I've been driving quite safe and things have worked out very good. I'm feeling quite comfortable on the tarmac, and I'm just thinking about myself and myself driving, and in every corner I'm thinking about how to get the best speed out of the corner, so it worked out quite good today.
It had been a promising debut then for Aussie driver Brendan Reeves, who has no time for sibling rivalry, with his sister Rhiannon alongside him in the co-driver's seat.
I didn't realise until I got here what I was missing. I felt like the big kid going back to school in our first meeting the other day, being part of Drive DMACK. But it's awesome. I've done 2 runs in the car now. It feels fantastic, and it's good just to be out here and racing again. The chassis is the same, and that's the best part about this Fiesta is the chassis. It's so dynamic. We're on DMACK tyres this time and turbo engine, so just changing the gears a little bit earlier. It's quieter in the car. The 1600 used to be so loud, a bit like Rhiannon at full volume. So the turbo is good and I'm enjoying it.
Aasen's lead stands at 27.8 seconds over Cave with 1 day of the rally remaining. In terms of the championship, time is running out for the Welshman. Cave needs to win all the stages on the final leg and get ahead of the rally leader. A fascinating final day awaited in the Drive DMACK Trophy. Tense moments ahead for the 2 championship rivals. Tom Cave with it all to do, but Marius Aasen still with work ahead to achieve the lucrative prize. A shorter final day to finish with a loop of 3 stages repeated twice. Starting with El Guimet, just 6.8 kilometres, but still lots of variation in surface in there. The first half of Prat Dip is fast and flowing, while it all gets a bit tighter in the latter part of those 19 kilometres. Both loops completed by De Seges, an old favourite, but it's running the opposite direction to previous years. More tight technical stuff as it climbs up into the hills. 6 stages to go, totalling 76 kilometres. So Cave facing a real challenge to make a last gasp bid for glory. The task though was on the way, the Brit claiming the first stage win of the day. Fighting hard to keep his dreams alive, they would be dashed in the day's second stage. Sliding off the road, 8 minutes would be lost, and with it, his hopes of the title.
I gave him my best, just things didn't work out our way unfortunately, but that's the way rallying is. It can be quite cruel sometimes, but I've enjoyed the weekend. It's been a really good challenge, you know, for myself and Craig in the car, and I'd rather it be like that rather than a boring rally. There's plenty of positives, the pace has been good, fastest timed as well. So.
Another to benefit from Cave's misfortune would be brother and sister pairing Brendan Reeves and Rhiannon Gelsamino, the Aussie crew achieving a fine second place result in their one-off appearance in the category.
Yeah, we just turned up and really filled in the gap there, and these guys drove well, you know, and they are fast, and just as fast as it was back in 2012. We had a lot to learn with the gravel and the tarmac, and driving on the DMACK tyres this year, it was a really challenging rally. Rhiannon was sick, there was a lot going on, but pulled through and got second place.
Rally leader Marius Aasen still had to make it to the finish line to ensure the Drive DMACK Trophy would be his, but there were no mistakes. The Norwegian holding on for his second victory of the season, and he would claim the coveted title.
Everything this season have just worked out perfect, and the team M-Sport and the DMACK tires and Omera, my main sponsor, everything is just perfect. It haven't sunk in yet, but it's an amazing prize, and it feels really, really good to win this championship, and it's a dream come true. I've always been dreaming to do a whole season in a R5 car, and in a Ford. It's just amazing.
Aasen and co-driver Veronica Engan, the 2015 Drive DMACK Fiesta champions, to claim the lucrative prize of a full 7-round series in the WRC2 2016 behind the wheel of a Ford Fiesta R5. Aasen taking his second victory of the year by a margin of over a minute and a half from Reeves. Cave a distant third, with Kevin Van Dane and Max Vatanen rounding off the top 5. And confirmation then of Aasen's championship success, taking the title by a margin of 17 points. Cave in the runner-up spot for the second successive year, Max Vatanen finishing third. It had been another thrilling Drive DMACK Fiesta Trophy campaign, and the first steps of a young rallying career, perhaps on their way to the very top of World Championship rallying.
Let's find it.